You ready? So just launch as, you know.
Oh, man. What's up, man? How are you? Good to see you.
Action.
Hey, we're back with James Stoffo in this quick video, and he's giving us an inside look at what's going on in professional wireless systems right now. He founded the company back in 1992, and ever since he's been involved in all parts of the wireless industry. Be sure to check out video number 137, where James gave us a personal walkthrough of the 600 megahertz auction and the spectrum repack that's happening as a result of that right now here in the United States. So let's get right to it here with James Stoffo once again.
All right, hey, we're back here at InfoComm, day 2. It's been a great show. I'm James Stoffo. I founded Professional Wireless in 1992, and it's owned by Mask Sound now. And the reason that the company came to be was because there's a real need back in the early 90s for wireless microphone technical support across the whole country, but specifically here in Orlando because of all the theme parks and attractions. We'll have 1,500 wireless microphones in one theme park, adjacent to another theme park with another 1,000 microphones, all having to operate simultaneously for shows that include life safety, comms, and so forth. So PWS really addressed this problem of having a high-end wireless company to support these services, repair, rentals, installations properly, design antenna systems. And I'm happy to say that here we find ourselves almost 30 years later, and PWS is going stronger than ever. And that's because the guys at PWS know how to address the market demands. We started off with very high-end products, very pricey products. They all worked great, and there became a greater need from the masses throughout, from churches and schools, and people that just don't have the advantage of having a budget for an $8,000 high-end antenna splitter. So Professional Wireless came out with the Alpha line of products, the Alpha series, and essentially it's the same great products that they had in all of their higher-end lines, but some of the bells and whistles were taken out to make the product more economical to the people who need it, but might not want to spend the high-end dollars. Made by the same people, has the same support, same group of people providing technical support. We have multi-input. These are all wireless microphone diversity receiver splitters. This one is going to be 4 zones in and 8 outputs for side A and side B. So you actually have 4 antennas that you could put, let's say, in a main hall, and then a second antenna maybe backstage to cover a walkway, maybe a third antenna in a green room. Heck, you could even run a 4th antenna and put it outside in a truck dock if you want.
So let's pause for a second to take a closer look at that Alpha series. So as James showed us with the multi-zone, it allows us to take 4 different antennas per channel A and B and place those around a venue. Following that, there's the Alpha Quad 4, and that lets you have 4 independent inputs, A, B, C, and D, and each one of those has 4 outputs. And that was designed specifically to be used with Shure's Axient systems running in quadversity mode. And taking that one step further, they have the Quad 8, and that's essentially the same features as the Quad 4, just with 8 outputs per input. So, very handy units, especially if you're working with Shure Quadversity Axient systems. Those are going to run you right around $1,300, $1,600, and $1,900 respectively at the time of this video. Very reasonable in the RF distribution world. Now let's catch back up with James.
And of course, PWS still continues to provide their high-end products as they always have. This one is the Omega series. The Omega series is a 4-input, 4-zone combiner, and it feeds up to, is it 8 outputs on this one? Yeah, here's the 16 zone. So we have 8 outputs for the A side diversity, 8 for the B side, and it's a little more higher end unit. It has some bells and whistles like an attenuation, an amplification knob, which is just some of the things that we cut out of the Alpha series to save cost. And this usually requires a little more sophistication, so this is a little higher end unit. And of course, we continue to make our hallmark product, which is the helical antenna. There are a couple of different versions of that. The helical is wonderful because RF only travels through space on one polarization, on one plane in space. Well, when that signal bounces off a wall, there's no telling which way the RF is going to be flying through space when it hits the receiver antenna. With a helical antenna, it's actually spiral, a helical or a circularly polarized antenna. It doesn't matter what polarization the RF hits that antenna, it will transfer 100% of the RF energy. And then there's all kinds of splitters and combiners. These are bandpass filters. They help knock out all of the noise, because when you hook up a wireless mic, let's say next to a lighting wall or a video wall, there's going to be 300 meg increasing the noise floor. These filters will filter out everything except the wireless microphone frequencies, thereby lowering the overall noise, giving you better range, better audio quality. So they make all kinds of filters, splitters, combiners, RF amplifiers, just every accessory that one could possibly need for a successful production.
Once again, a huge thanks to James for taking the time out and for clearing the Professional Wireless Systems booth out for a few minutes and letting me move some furniture around to get some of those shots. There's so much going on right now in the wireless space. It is an incredibly exciting time to get to talk with James and to get to see the technologies that they're developing to help everybody continue to hit that constantly moving target in the wireless world. If you are young and wondering what to do with your interest in electronics when you go off to college, wireless is absolutely everywhere, and it's only going to continue to grow into more and more spaces. Might be something worth looking at. There's some really exciting work being done by Professional Wireless Systems and pretty much every other manufacturer in technology right now in the wireless space. So something to consider there if you're wondering what to do. If you've got any questions for James, Professional Wireless, or about this gear in general, definitely hit the comments below and let us know. I'll be sure to get them passed along and answered as best as I can. Again, video number 137 is a really great jumping off point if you're looking to learn more about the RF spectrum and how to work with wireless gear in the field, coordinate things. Start there, listen to what James has to say. He's got tons of other resources. Like I said, he does seminars, he does talks. There's a lot of resources out there if you're interested in learning more about this stuff. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.